Hi guys, welcome to week 11 and congratulations to those of you who have completed your interviews and good luck to the few of you who are still left to go. This week I have some great news in that your assignments for this class finally are done. And that doesn't mean that you can just check out, but it does mean that you can catch up on your other courses as long as you're continuing to follow along with this course. And don't forget that you do have a quiz in week 13, but you can maybe take a bit of a breath. A few things to show you this week, and one of them that is particularly important is your work integrated learning decisions for next semester. Now, you might have seen my video that was emailed out this week, and hopefully you've completed the Google form already. To those who haven't, you must do this by the end of the week. And here's what I'm talking about. This week in our module, it's just very small, not very much stuff at all, but there is this very important page called Important and Mandatory. Hopefully that grabs your attention. And here's what it says. So when we had our live will information sessions a couple of weeks ago, I told you all that you would apply for your virtual online will position with either the local or the event center through Magnet. And in order to make things a little bit simpler, we've decided to abandon that plan and instead get you to indicate where you would like to do your will with which of our online teams by completing this Google form. Okay, so it was emailed out to you by Will Hospitality earlier this week, yesterday, but I've embedded it here in our course page. I have an introductory video here that kind of explains the purpose of it. Please watch the video, it's not too long. And it asks for your contact information, a preferred email address if you don't want to use your MyCentennial. And importantly, it asks you here, do you prefer to do your will online with either the local and the events, or the local cafe and restaurant, or the Centennial College Event Center, which includes mostly special events and execution, but also a little bit of guest room service as well. Then the form goes on to gauge your interest in, if COVID restrictions were to be relaxed, would you be interested in pursuing a position that was not online, that was out in the industry? And it just is basically kind of taking the temperature to see what students would prefer. If you were to pursue that, you would need to have your co-op work permit already in hand. You would need to already possess it, so keep that in mind. I will provide you with additional updates on that in the coming weeks, probably next week, based on the feedback that we receive. But also, hope this message is clear. Very important. If you don't complete this form, you're not put on a team for your will. Okay? Let me repeat that. If you don't complete this Google form, we are assuming that you are not participating in your will next semester. Okay? So the will teams will be built based on the responses to this form. So it's required that you complete it no later than the end of this week. Please, please, please. It will only take 5 minutes. Do it now. Okay? Thank you. The other things that we will review this week are, and sorry, I don't have any further web pages, but I do have some old school PowerPoint slides, which I will walk you through this week in live learning. And in live learning this afternoon, or Tuesday afternoon, we will talk about some interview feedback, from just generalized feedback from things I noticed that students did well and not so well in the interviews. And then we'll talk about job search success, where you've got a resume, you've got a cover letter now, you've got a great online profile, you've practiced your interview skills, but we haven't really talked about how to actually find those jobs. So that's what we'll do this week. And instead of having the online module pages, I'm just going to kind of record an old-fashioned lecture that accompanies the slides for you to watch and review. So hope that helps you out. Again, don't forget that some of this content from this week and next week will be on your quiz in week 13, so don't forget about it. And I think that's it. Hope you can relax a little bit in this course now and just kind of keep up with the news items and the weekly learnings, but without having to do any further huge assignments. Feel free, as always, to email or contact me if you have questions, concerns, or if you're lost in any way. All the best. Enjoy your week.